Little do you guys know, this mad scientist has an indoor grow room, and these yellow tiny Tim tomatoes, which my lovely wife is going to show us, that we just planted by seed. All right, we're outside on a real cold morning. We're going to show you how to start vegetable seedlings and have them guaranteed to sprout in 3 to 6 days. So my lovely wife is out here. Elizabeth.
Hello.
And she is getting these flats filled with soil, as you can see. And then we have these saved yellow tiny Tim tomatoes that we're going to plant. We're going to show you how to get the seeds to sprout in 3 to 6 days. So we use some really good quality potting soil like this Miracle Grow. I like it because it's moisture control. And when it's moisture control, it's not going to have problems with the fungus gnats. The little flies that fly around, we do not want fungus gnats. They're a big problem. So we do not want that. So let's get started. All right, I have these yellow tiny Tim tomato seeds that I saved all broken up in little pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to lightly scatter them. And don't worry if it's a little bit thick, because we can thin these out and plant these in other flats as I did last year. So we're going to scatter them out nice and thin. This is really easy, guys. This video is going to be real short. I'm sorry if all of you like long videos, but this is so easy. And I like to do this outside, even though it's 30 degrees. I'm a mad scientist farmer. Mad scientists like to work outside, and then I don't have any mess to clean up in my house. So that's a pretty good little scatter. Let's kind of loosen that up a little bit. And that's going to get us a flat of these tomatoes. Now the next step is we do not cover the seeds. Let's say that again. Let's see if my lovely wife.
We do not cover the seeds.
Say it again.
We do not cover the seeds.
Shouldn't point the squirt bottle towards her. All right, so let's get this squirt bottle set right. So the reason why we don't cover the seeds is we're going to actually use this water. We're going to spray it really thick. And we're going to put this dome top, this plastic dome on top of it. And we'll show you. When we do all of that, it makes like a rainforest inside. So the seeds never dry out, and they actually sprout a lot quicker this way. This is the trick to 3 to 6 day germination, is we do not cover the seeds. I learned this from my dad, and I'm like, why don't you cover the seeds? And he said, watch. They're going to sprout a lot quicker if you don't do that. All right, we have the seeds watered in. They look really good. Now we're going to take them inside my grow dome. These are really inexpensive on eBay. You can get these for $65, $65 to $85, and they will get these seeds sprouted in 3 to 6 days, and we'll show you the results.
The next step is we just go ahead and put the dome right on top.
Okay, so we're going to take this in the house and put this in the grow light. So let's do that right now. You want to take that in your hands.
You bet.
Just real carefully so we do not spill anything. We're going to take that inside. All right, we have this real cool grow dome. We have the top on, and we're going to put it in here. Now the next step is we're going to put some water in the basin. We want to put about 1 inch of water, so to our top little finger thingy here, with water. That'll suck in the water, make it like a rainforest, and these seeds will sprout really quick because we did not cover them. And sometimes the kitty cats like to help. Kitty, 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 kitty. All right, so we're going to fill this basin up about 1 inch deep, and this is really hot water. The hot water is going to really help this get warm so the plants and seeds sprout in 3 to 6 days.
So we're going to go ahead and plant some of these seeds on top of our light, fluffy soil. Don't worry if you get them too thick, because we can go ahead and thin them out once they all sprout.
A little thinner. So she's going to do it really thin, not too thick. She's going to do this in a class tomorrow, so we got to teach her right here. A little thick here. Let's break that up a little bit. And other than that, it looks really good. Let's put some right here. We're missing that little area. What do you guys think? It look pretty good? You're doing a better job than me. I know what you're thinking. You're doing a great job. Okay, what do you think? Does that look good?
Looks great to me. Then we're just going to wet them down with a spray bottle. We don't want to get them too wet, but we want to get it moist.
So in this case, we actually do want it really wet. So get it really wet. If we do not get it wet enough, they'll dry out in there.
Well, you don't want to pour water on
We want a lot of water. So get a lot of water on these things, even more. Got to keep going, because what happens is you see the soil, it's still dry. Okay, got to have it moist about a 1/4 inch deep, and then we'll put the water down in here, and that'll fill up and it'll work perfect. So keep going.
It's nice and fluffy.
It is nice, nice, really nice potting soil from Miracle Grow. Okay, more. Okay, I'm gonna take this.
Non-video game people, that's a good
Okay, so we're gonna really wet this down, folks. Okay. Your hands get tired after doing this for a while. 30 degrees outside while we're doing this. She's a real trooper to do this. I'm sure I'm going to take her out to dinner.
Super trooper.
Or maybe she'll punch me in the face when we're done. I don't know. All right, let's keep going here. Got to get this real wet, because even with the water inside, it does tend to dry out just a little bit. So here's our grow dome. Let her put that on. Okay, so there's 2 more flats done. Let's do another one. All right, so let's go ahead and do another one. She's practicing for her class.
We're keeping it nice and fluffy.
Okay. So she's going to do a farm tour class tomorrow. She's going to teach people how to do this. So it's looking really good. She's going to even it out real pretty. All right, so let's put this over here on top of these 2 that we've done. She likes perfection, as a lot of you do. Looks really nice. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and plant these tomato seeds. Okay, so I'm gonna break them up a little bit more. Let's actually put this potting soil stuff on top of that. Okay. All right, so she's going to show you how to plant these. Go ahead and do that.
We're doing a nice thin sprinkling of them, not too many, but if you do get too many, it's okay, because once they sprout, we can go ahead and just move them around.
And so her name is Elizabeth, and she'll be in a lot of our videos, if I can bribe her into it.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. I wish. Nobody wants to be in my videos. That's the problem we have. Maybe you do.
Do you want me to just empty these last couple on top?
No, we'll do another flat with them. We still have probably enough for 1 more flat. So let's go ahead and squirt this down real good.
To get them all.
What?
We're squirting
Pretend this is a class. Come on.
We're getting them nice and wet, but not drowning them.
Okay.
And we're not going to cover them with dirt. We're going to leave them.
So why do we not cover them with soil? Who taught us that?
Because they will sprout faster. Grandpa Paul taught us that.
And so if we put the grow dome on top and we do not cover these, how fast do they sprout? And why
3 to 6 days.
And why do they not need to be covered?
Why do they not need to be covered?
People are going to ask you that. Why?
I don't know why. Why?
Because what happens is we're actually pushing them into the soil right now as we're squirting it down. As we put the grow dome on top of it, it holds all the moisture, and it's like a rainforest, so it never dries out. So it's constantly wet. And what happens is these little seeds will throw a root down just immediately. And without having to push their way up through the soil, they sprout a lot quicker. So they actually just sit on here, nice and moist. They throw a little root down, and they sprout.
That's why you have to keep it fluffy. Don't press your soil
Now, when you
down.
plant outside, you do need to cover your seeds. It doesn't work unless you have like a greenhouse dome like we're doing inside a house. It's nice and humid. This does not work outside, so cover your seeds outside.
Because they'll blow away or get eaten by birds.
Probably get eaten by birds, that's correct.
Okay.
Okay, let's get this a little bit more over here. Now notice the reason why is we go like this with the soil. See how it's still dry. All right, let's use those video game hands. Let's go real fast.
I'm not a video game person.
Let's see some Super Mario and Donkey Kong. Come on. All right. It's looking good.
Probably more Oregon Trail, let's be honest.
All right, I'm going to finish this up. Does anybody out there play the Oregon Trail? Comment below. That's your favorite game. Okay, so let's go like that. Okay, can you grab another grow dome, please? Okay, so just in a few minutes, we have 4 flats started now. Let's take these in the house. These are tomatoes. Tomatoes will usually take the 6 days. Broccoli, kale, collard greens will only take 3 days. All right, so inside of our grow dome, we have this Mars Hydro grow light. And then we have a couple of Walmart lights. We're gonna keep this on until the seeds sprout in 6 days. And then we're gonna take the grow domes off, add a little bit of fertilizer to the basin. This is how easy it is starting your own transplant. All right, we're all done. We have the grow domes on top, and we're gonna give these plants 6 days and they'll sprout. At that point, we'll take the grow domes off and we'll allow them to grow. We'll put a little Miracle Grow or organic fertilizer like a fish emulsion mixed into the basin. At that point, the plants are gonna start growing. In about 4 to 6 weeks, we'll have plants ready. These are gonna go out in our greenhouses. So these are an early crop. These are the dwarf Tiny Tim, the yellow version. We'll show you these. We have these growing in our year-round indoor garden in our kitchen. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so here are the results. I've done this for 30 years, so the results aren't too surprising to me. 3 days, the kale has sprouted. Take a look at that. We can take the little plants and transplant them around in 5 days. The yellow Tiny Tim tomatoes have sprouted. Take a look how nice and thick they are. And we can transplant them around and even fill up a couple more flats of them. So we have a lot of plants to work with. So if you watch our other videos, we have Hobbit hole greenhouses that do not require heaters. They're heated with compost. Compost all around the sides heat these. Little do you guys know, this mad scientist has an indoor grow room. And these yellow Tiny Tim tomatoes, which my lovely wife is going to show us, that we just planted by seed, are right up here. She's going to show us.
Tons of production in here.
And we're going to do a whole tour of our indoor grow.
You should probably show these over here too.
Whoa. We'll do a whole tour of this on another video. So subscribe today and see more of Usifer, my lovely wife.
See you next time.
See you next time.